Hi guys, so I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a reading on Aaliyah. I have done a free writing reading on Aaliyah. So a free writing is you write down the messages that you receive from a spirit in heaven, and you guys ask her specific questions, and knowing me, I said, okay, this is perfect. So I asked her those specific questions. So we didn't ramble. I just went straight to the point, and she was very sweet. She was very, kind, a little bit funny, a little bit sarcastic. I love that. And we just went right into it. Connect with me on Instagram and now Twitter. But Twitter is something a little bit more personal. Okay, so don't be asking me questions there. If you want your reading, contact me on Instagram. Anyways, so we're gonna go right into it. So a lot of you guys were asking about Damon Dash, and did she really love him, and was he the cause of her death? Okay, so I connected with her, and I connected with Archangel Azrael. If you guys don't know who Archangel Azrael, she is the angel of death. She helps people to cross over to the other side, or she helps people to how can I say, when a person is on their deathbed, she gives them comfort. Also, let's say if we lost a loved one, she helps us to grieve in a right way, and she helps us to heal. Also, if you lost an animal, you could connect with her. Okay, so I connected with Archangel Azrael and Aaliyah, and I asked Archangel Azrael and Aaliyah. I asked Aaliyah, did she really love Damon Dash? And she said, yes, I did love him. But she said, I grew to love him. So what she meant by that, is that Damon, when he first saw her, he really loved her. He was already admired by her. But for her, it took her a little bit of time to warm up to him and to learn about him and grow with him, and just to love him in general. She learned from previous loves that it's just okay to take your time and to get to know the person. So that's what she did, and that's what she said, that I grew to love him. So while he was already loved and infatuated with her, she was like, all right, let me see what this guy is about. And the message that she had for Damon, she said, I love you. She said, I love you. I will wait for you with our son. So we're going to touch on that when she talked about our son. So she said, thank you for making me happy. So she said, thank you for making me happy while she was with him. Right? I asked Aaliyah, because you guys asked me to ask her, was he the cause of her death? Does he have a connection with her death? And she said, no. He loved me too much to even set me up. And this is why she said to him in this message, she said, don't feel guilty, it's not your fault, because he feels like he has fault in this. He feels like if he could have just stopped her, or he could have stopped her from traveling to the location that she was gonna have this thing at, and coming back, he feels like if he could have stopped her, she would have still been alive today. But the thing about Aaliyah, she doesn't like to be controlled. She doesn't like to be told anything. She, rides her own boat. She flows the wave. She's just like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's it. And no one's going to stop me. No one is going to control me. So she just likes to do. She likes to do things in her own way. So the fact that he feels guilty, he feels still at ease after so many years, it really makes her sad, and she tries to help him to move on. And he has moved on a little bit. He has dated a couple of people, but it's not the same. He still hasn't healed from this. I also asked Archangel Azrael, is he the cause of her death? And she said no. Okay, so she told me, when I was talking about the death and everything, we're gonna go right into it. So I asked her, who is the cause of her death, because you guys wanted to know. She said, the one that took me down is the record company, due to the fact of deals and a change. So I was a little bit shocked but I wasn't surprised because this is what she said. The guy in the record label has taken down many people via plane. So what she showed me if you do research on how she passed in a record label that she was in, and how many people pass in planes, and the record labels that they were in, they have a similarity to them. And they usually take down people when it comes to financial issues, or when they want to do something new and they don't agree with them. So that's just a little thing, okay? But she will let you guys know who is also involved. So she's just, at that moment when I asked her, she showed me the main kind of like head honcho of her death, the guy that kind of set it off, like, okay, like, do this, and boom. So we're gonna get more into it. So they was talking about like a change, and you know, a record label, and then it was just a whole bunch of chaos when it comes to finance and all that stuff. Aaliyah said during the time of her death, she felt very fuzzy, that she felt a little bit off, like she felt as though, you know, something wasn't right. You know, sometimes as humans we tend to question our intuition a little bit. Well, this is what she was receiving messages from heaven, but she couldn't really, you know, hear them clearly. She said that she was feeling a fuzzy feeling in her stomach and starting to reminisce on friendships, love in the beginning of her career. She also had a nightmare the night before of being followed, but feeling free. So that's kind of deep what she's mentioned right there. Okay. Okay. So what she touched on also is how she passed away. So the way that she passed away, she said that with a knock on the head. So she basically just knocked her head, and it was kind of like she blacked out. So, you know, when you black out, you can still hear certain things. You can still hear noises. You can still hear people. So she started to hear, you know, kind of like what's this called, like people talking, and she started to hear like the engine of the plane. And you know, when you're knocked out, you can't really do nothing. It's kind of like your body goes in shock a little bit. So she passed out before, you know, the crash. Okay. The pilot that drove the plane, he hasn't crossed over, so I didn't connect too much with him. I had to ask Archangel Azrael just to protect myself. So the pilot was used as a tool. Seeing he was offered drugs and money to travel Aaliyah, and the drug, it looked like it was a white substance. So this could be crack, cocaine, this could be meth, it could be something of the sort, okay? To her destination. He was intoxicated, and it looks like with two things. And his spirit has not crossed over, so I'll put it over here. Spirit has not crossed over, okay? He did not know that it was overloaded, okay? He did not know that it was overloaded. Seeing that, he knew that the plane was off, so he knew that the plane wasn't the best plane, you know. Just even looking at it, he just knew, like, I don't know, like, this plane doesn't look that good. Like, you know, he wasn't that smart there, okay? He could have said, like, oh, give me something better, like, you know, like, he's just he's a little bit off, okay? He's still off because he hasn't crossed over. The record label and the people that's involved didn't pay him in full, so he's kind of angry. He's at ease because he wants his money, so didn't pay him in full. Two white men and 3 dark male is involved there in her death, okay? So the guy that hasn't crossed over, the pilot, he wants his money, so he's not going to be satisfied. He's not going to be calm until he gets his full-blown cash. You know, spirits that roam, you know, the earth, they still feel as though they're alive. They can't accept the fact that they crossed over to like the middle part of the spiritual realm. So he wants his money. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit fast. So the main people for death is 2 white males and 3 dark males. Okay. Also, Aaliyah told me too that the airline, it just wasn't a secure airline when she, you know, crossed over and everything. She just found out that it wasn't a secure airline. So they was just like, this was like really planned, and this was planned for months. Her death wasn't planned overnight. This looked like it was planned for almost 2 years. It was just like different things. She was changing, she was involving, she was truly being herself, and she was being a little bit rebellious, you know, a little bit talking back more, and trying to, you know, take control. And they didn't like that, so they've been planning her death for they were planning her death for almost 2 years. So I asked Aaliyah about R. Kelly because a lot of you guys was asking about R. Kelly and her, and you guys asked, was she actually expecting his child? And she said yes, I was expecting his child. And I asked her, how do you feel about R. Kelly in his situation, you know, that's going on? And she said, he's disgusting. I don't want to talk about him. I'm tired of being asked about him. What's done is done. Can we move on? So when she told me that, I understood, because how many mediums have connected with her and asked her the same question? So she's getting pretty tired right now. So I was like, okay, thank you for, you know, even telling me that. I respect the fact that you just told me, you know, I don't want to talk about it. You know, what's done is done. That was my life, that was the past, and let's just move forward, you know. She said, I keep getting asked the same question over and over. God knows what he's doing. Just sit back and watch. So basically, when she said just sit back and watch, there's going to be more things that's going to be unfolding in regards to Robert Kelly, and everything that he put out in the universe, he's going to get back, but it's going to be very bad karma. And you're going to see the angels, they talking about one of my videos. You guys are gonna see some incarceration in regards to him. It says over here, also she told me, because she's, you know, she's watching everything, of course. She said within 15 months Robert Kelly will go to court for major case / investigation. So 15 months starting today. So depending on when I upload this video, starting today, this should be the end of January. Yeah. I asked her in regards to the pregnancy, when she said that I will meet you with my son, and she was talking about her being, you know, in the early stages of pregnancy. It doesn't look like it was just like even fully like a month, you know. It doesn't look like it was fully like 2 months. It just looked like the right, like, beginning stages of pregnancy. It looks like the right beginning stages of pregnancy. Yeah, it doesn't look like it was past 3 months. So that's why she said that. And I asked her, does she have a message for her fans? And she says, I truly do love my fans. I feel as though I have a deeper relationship with them as time has gone on. Thank you for always supporting me, always holding me down. So that was real sweet of her. And one thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna, you know, shuffle down these cards, and I'm gonna ask Aaliyah one more question. Okay. Aaliyah was a major artist involved in your death. Okay. So the person that we just mentioned, she said within 15 months, here it is, was another major artist involved in your death. Trust and believe, yes. Were those two artists connected in a way? within the next few weeks, something in regards to that's gonna come out. But she's really tired of like, yeah, within the next few weeks, within the next few months, just like what she said, within 15 months, everything's gonna come out to light in regards to yeah, no need to worry. She's gonna get her justice. You know, sometimes people, they get their justice sooner than later. Yeah. So the people that were involved in her death was romantically, involved to her. Okay, so she showed me it's 2 major artists, it's 1 family member, and then it's 2 people from a record label. Okay, bye guys.